In the first episode, we discussed how we can actually locate the historical data within the Yahoo Finance website itself, and we analyzed how changing particular elements within the historical data tab affected the URL for the Yahoo Finance website. Now in this particular episode, episode 2 in the series, we will discuss the page source of this web page, and we will locate the table that we obtained in the last episode. So what we will do is we will open the page source for this web page, and we will try and find out where the data for this table is located. Now we are interested in locating the place wherein the data is, because we will need to read the page source in MATLAB, and apart from that, we will have to extract the data from the page source. Without having a proper location for the data, MATLAB will not be able to actually extract the data. So we will have to locate the data first, and then we will use MATLAB to extract the data. So let's just open the page source by right-clicking on the web page and going into View Page Source. This might take a while. Okay, so now we have the page source in front of us, and just to ensure that you all are able to see the text in front of you on the screen, I will just increase the font size a little bit. Okay. Alright, so now that the font size has increased to a magnitude that I feel you all will be comfortable with, I'll continue our discussion. So it took me some time to actually locate the place where that data in the table is actually placed. But for the purpose of the video, I'll just tell you that it's located at a place after the string historical price store. Okay, so as you will see that this particular place is actually at the very end of the page source, and this is actually the phrase that actually helps us locate any kind of historical data for any company for any period within the Yahoo Finance web page's page source. So no matter which company you look for, which period of frequency you choose, the data that we had in the table over here will always be after this particular string historical price total. Now just to check if we have the data after this string, we'll just have a look at this particular line. Now here you have date, then open, then high, then low, close, volume, and ADJ close, which stands for adjusted close. Now you will find that the date is again in the Unix time format. The opening price, the high price, and the other prices are there after that. And if I were to just match the opening price with what we had on the table, you will find that it is the same value. So the opening price on the page source is 1128.88, and here on the web page is the same value, it's 1128.88. And let's just check the low price just to be absolutely certain that the page source actually contains the data in the table. So it's 1111.75, and here we have the same value for low. So actually we have established that the data that we have in this table is actually located after the string historical price total, and also that the data in each row of this table is actually present in the text following historical price total wherever we have the phrase date. Alright, so any statement that begins with the term date and ends with a curly brace represents one row in the table. So this is the first row, this is the second row, so the third row, and so on and so forth until go down, and we no longer have the term date. So this is the place where data ends. So this is actually the last instance where date actually is encountered within this page source. So you all might have understood by now that the rows in this table actually correspond to these statements in the page source that begin with date and end with a curly brace. So we will exploit this knowledge of the page source in the coming episodes to actually extract each and every part of the data into MATLAB. So let us just conclude our second episode here. We will continue our discussion from here in the next episode. So in the next episode, what we'll do is we will actually use some functions in MATLAB to read this page source and also to extract some part of the data of the page source. Till then, it's bye-bye from me.